Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the part 11 of economic chapter number 2, People as Resource. In the previous lecture, we had discussed educated unemployment and negative impacts of unemployment on economy. Today we are going to discuss employment structure in India. In case of India, the unemployment rate is low. A large number of people represented with low income and productivity are counted as employed. In our country, the rate of unemployment is low. Why? Because large number of people in our country, they are the part of the work by which they are gaining low income and low productivity. And these people are counted as employed. Especially in the field of agriculture, large number of people of our country, they are getting the opportunity of work. But these people, they are earning less, even their productivity also less. But they are counted as employed because they are earning something. They appear to work throughout the year, but in terms of their potential and income, it is not adequate for them. And these people, they are working throughout the year, but as per their potential and income, it is not adequate for them. It is not enough for them. The work that they are pursuing seems forced upon them. Whatever work they are doing, in whatever work they are engaging, it might seem like that they are forced upon to do this kind of work. They may therefore want other work of their choice. Poor people cannot afford to sit idle. That's why these people, they are looking for the other work as per their choice. Poor people, those people who are not able to get two-time meal. So these people, they cannot afford to sit idle. They are doing anything. They are ready to work. They are do to anything. Because they do not have money. They tend to engage in any activity irrespective of its earning potential. Their earning keeps them on bare subsistence level. As I told you, poor people, they cannot afford to sit idle. They are ready to do anything, and that's why they are actually getting very less, and whatever they are earning, it is not enough for their survival. It is not enough for as per their subsistence level. Moreover, the employment structure is characterized by self-employment in the primary sector. The whole family contribute in the field even though not everybody is really needed. In our country, employment structure is characterized by self-employment. As we discussed, in disguise unemployment, whole family, they are contributing in the field, even they all are not required for that work. So there is disguised unemployment in agriculture sector, but the entire family shares what has been produced. As we discussed, disguised unemployment, all are working. So whatever is produced, they all are sharing. This concept of sharing of work in the field and the produce reduce the hardship of unemployment in the rural sector. These people, they are working, though all people are not required for the same work. And whatever they produce, they are sharing. So because of this concept of sharing of work and sharing of produce, we can say that it reduces the hardship of unemployment in the rural area. But this does not reduce the poverty of the family. Gradually, surplus labor from every household tend to migrate from the village in search of jobs. All people are working, and whatever is produced, they all are sharing. So because of it reduces the hardship of unemployment in rural sector. But this is not enough to reduce the poverty. Whatever they are producing, so when many people are there and when many people have to share, so it is not adequate for them. So in such situation, this kind of work, this kind of sharing of work and sharing of product might reduce the hardship of unemployment, but it is not enough to reduce the poverty, because their earning is less, because many people are sharing the same produce, so their earning is less. In such situation, many people from rural area, they try to migrate towards urban area in search of job. Now we will see the employment scenario in three sectors in our country. Agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. In recent years, there has been decline in the dependence of population on agriculture, partly because of disguised unemployment discussed earlier. Agriculture is most labor absorbing sector of the economy. More hard work is required. 60 to 65% of population of our country, they are directly or indirectly dependent on agriculture. So in such case we can say that agriculture is even it providing large number of people the opportunity of employment, but it requires hard work. So agriculture is the most labor absorbing sector of the economy. And due to the disguised unemployment in agriculture sector, nowadays many people they trying to migrate from agriculture sector to other sector in search of job. Some of the surplus labor in agriculture has moved to either secondary or tertiary sector. So because of it, many number of people from agriculture sector, They moving towards secondary as well as tertiary sector. In secondary sector, small scale manufacturing is the most labor absorbing. In secondary sector, manufacturing work is the most labor absorbing sector, and it gives more opportunity of employment to the people. Small scale manufacturing provide more number of people opportunity of employment in secondary sector. In case of tertiary sector, various new services are now appearing like biotechnology, information technology, etc. Nowadays, in tertiary sector, biotechnology, information technology, these are the new avenues, these are the new field, these are the new venues, new sector to provide opportunity of employment to more number of people. This way, the structure of employment is there in our country. As we discussed, agriculture has the most labor absorbing capacity, means provide more number of people opportunity of employment. In secondary sector, small scale manufacturing provide more number of people opportunity of employment. In tertiary sector, nowadays biotechnology and information technology, IT, these are the new avenues to provide more number of people opportunity of employment. Dear students, at the end of the lesson, in your textbook, page number 26, one story is given, a story of village, in which initially how people had no job opportunity, but later the village came up with many job opportunity for the people. And how was it possible? So it was possible because of the investment in education and health of the people of the village. So my humble request to all of you, you have to go through the story and you have to find out how earlier the people of the village, they were without job, but then after investment in education and health, how village is providing more number of people opportunity of employment. So with this, chapter number 2 of economic people as resource is finished. In this chapter, we have seen how inputs like education and health help in making people an asset for the economy. Even in this chapter, we had also discussed about economic activities undertaken in 3 sectors of economy. We had also studied about the problem associated with unemployment. With this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Inshallah, we will meet again with a revision of the same chapter very soon. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Allah Hafiz.